Hello everyone, it's me, Butterfly Spirit, aka Michelle. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about a class that I just came back from, which lasted from 10 to 1:30. Okay? So, without further ado, I'm going to get into detail about the class, but first I'm going to tell you guys about how I came to be in the class to begin with. Okay? So, one day I was shopping at a store down the street from me, and the store's name is Cheryl's Herbs. And at this store, they sell different type of herbal medicine mixtures or potions for people. Okay, I'll just say herbal medicine mixtures. Okay, and if you don't know what a herbal medicine mixture looks like, I will go ahead and show you what one looks like. So I have in the past I brought herbal medicine mixtures. Okay, this one is arnica blend or whatever, and I don't know what arnica blend does exactly, but I know in this particular arnica blend they have essential oils like lavender essential oil, neroli, aloe gel, amica flower extract, and St. John's wort infused oil. Okay, so they sell herbal medicine mixtures like this one. Okay, all right. So this is a herbal medicine mixture. Okay, or potion. Okay, that they sell. They sell a lot of these different types of herbal medicine potions. Okay, or mixtures. And I've gotten some in the past for my fiance, specifically when it came to him having bronchitis or whatever. We went and got a mixture from them that would help with that. Believe the mixture had eucalyptus oil in it and stuff like that or whatever too. So they sell, basically herbal potions for those of you who do not know, and the store is located where I am. They also have a website online if you guys want to check it out. The store is called Cheryl's Herbs, which is where I get these types of herbal mixtures from. Okay, I like the term herbal mixtures. I think I'll keep using that. Okay, so they have different types of potions. They have hundreds of them in their store or whatever. It's a small store that has these herbal mixtures and stuff. So for different types of ailments that you might have and stuff like that. Okay, all right. So went to Cheryl's Herbs, and at the time when I went, I can't remember what kind of mixture I was looking for what type of ailment or whatever, but there was two flyers that I saw. There was one for a aromatherapy course, and then there was another one for this particular class that I took today. So what happened is that when I went in, I saw this flyer right here. Okay, so this is the flyer that I saw. I know it's backwards, so I'm gonna flip my view so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I saw this flyer. Let me take it down a little bit. So I saw this flyer. Okay, can you see that? It says chakras and essential oils. Okay, so I'm gonna read to you guys basically what this particular class is about. I'm gonna flip my view back again. Okay, so I can be a little bit more comfortable. All right, so, and let me turn my leg back up. All right, so chakras and essential oils. So it says, join me in a summer series workshop regarding the 7 main chakras and their correspondences. This includes colors, mantras, hand positions, essential oils, stones, and some herbs. You will learn how to cleanse and balance your chakras using essential oil blends and natural stones. This series will be one day a month, and you will learn 2 to 3 chakras on that day. You will also be doing a brief grounding session and a meditation before and after each lesson. In the final class, we will be doing a full chakra cleansing and balancing along with meditation. chakra kits available for purchase. Each kit contains a different essential oil blend for each of the 7 main chakras, along with a natural stone to correspond with each chakra. Kits are regularly $24, but you will be able to purchase it for $20 at the first class. Okay? All right, so the teacher that I have for the class, her name is Kathy Klug, and they have her phone number on here. I'm not going to be giving that up. And it says the date of the class is Sunday, June 10th, July 15th, and August 12th. Okay, so today I attended the class for June 10th. Okay, and the time is from 10 to 1:30. The place is at Cheryl's Herbs, as I said, and it's either $40 per class or $100 for all 3 classes if paid in full at the time of registration. Okay, if you pay for all 3 classes together, you save $20. Okay, all right. So this, let me turn the light back down. This is the flyer that I saw, and so when I saw this, I got kind of interested in taking the class. And I really like this because this class is inexpensive. For all 3 classes, it's $100. Okay. Now, if you pay for 1 class at each time, it's $40 per class. Okay. All right. So, you know, when I saw this class offer, I was like, man, this is inexpensive. Now, she does have another class for aromatherapy, which is $500, where they teach you, where she teaches you how to mix oil mixtures and different types of stuff for $500. But in the past, when I saw that flyer, I was like, wow, $500, man, that's a big investment. You know, I want to see what the teacher is like first before I kind of pay that kind of money, you know, pay that kind of grant. All right, so seeing the $100 class and that she was offering that class, it kind of got me interested, and it made me say, well, you know what? I can, you know, try meeting this teacher in 1 class, seeing if I connect with her. If I do, then, you know, I'll go ahead and take the aromatherapy class for $500 at some later date. Okay? And I plan on taking that aromatherapy class for $500 and stuff. So I plan on doing that. That class lasts a lot longer, and I think it meets on Tuesdays or whatever. Okay? So yeah. So this was the flyer that I saw, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna, you know, I was interested in it, and, you know, since I, you know, try to plan my budget, you know, so that I can make sure I cover my expenses for, you know, like for, you know, taking care of the home and everything, then I thought, hey, I want to take this class. And so, you know, I saw this flyer several times, you know, but then it wasn't until like one day last week that I decided to go ahead and pay for it. And I did. I paid for the first class, which cost me today like $40 or whatever. But you know, I finally committed to it when I paid for it like I think it was either last Saturday or last Sunday. Okay. I believe it was like last Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, but it could have been Sunday. So I committed to taking this class last week on Saturday and Sunday. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into talking about basically if I had any expectations. So I must go ahead with that. So did I have any expectations for this class? I really didn't have any expectations. I kind of just read the flyer that I just showed you, and I kind of thought, what is this class going to teach me that I don't already know about chakras? And I even asked the teacher, Kathy, before I before the class when I was signing up for the first class, and I'm like, well, you know, basically asking her, I'm like, well, so what are you going to teach me about chakras? She said, well, I'm going to teach you exactly what it said on the flyer. I'm like, okay. I still thought it was, I'm like, I don't know. It could be general information, you know, that's out here on the internet or whatever. But she was like, you know, you're just going to learn what I told you on the flyer. And, you know, when I'm asking her that, I'm like, basically I'm saying, what can you teach me that I don't already know about these chakras, okay? And she just said, I'm going to teach you what's on the flyer and stuff. She kind of left it up to me. So I decided to pay for the class last weekend on the Saturday or Sunday, and I paid for it. I believe it was on Saturday because that's when I paid for a lot of stuff. So I paid for it, and I just kind of waited, okay? Waited till the day the class came up, okay? Now, guys, yesterday, like last night when I was making dinner, then I was kind of starting to get kind of antsy, kind of anxious about the class. And this didn't happen until like basically like 11 o'clock when I was cooking dinner and stuff. Yeah, I cooked dinner late, but that's kind of me. So I was kind of anxious and stuff, and I felt like kind of speeding up and stuff because I was having anxiety about the class and stuff like that. Usually when I get anxious it's because I'm nervous about what's going to happen and stuff. And last night I even went to sit outside because I was anxious and I wanted to kind of look up at the stars and just try to calm myself down. Okay. So, this morning, basically I ate breakfast, and by the time I ate breakfast was like 9. Actually, it was pretty close to class. So my fiance was making breakfast for me and stuff like that. I was having cramps and stuff or whatever, to try to help me with my cramps because, my period and everything like that. And I take some medicine and stuff and I took some medicine, a pharmaceutical, to help me with that. But before I took the pharmaceutical, it was so great because my fiance did a Reiki treatment on me to help me with the cramps, and it actually helped me a lot. But I did take a pill, like a couple of pills for period symptoms and stuff to kind of help me out, so that when I'm in the class, I'm not going to be bothered by it. Okay, just to just to kind of make things go smoothly, because my fiance is not going to be there to do another Reiki treatment on me during the class because he didn't pay for the class. So yeah. But he also got to pay for something that's going to help him with his spiritual growth for his lucid dreaming. So it's going to be pretty cool. So I got to the class late. The class is right down the street from me, but I had to make sure that I brought a blanket for the class and stuff because we were going to be doing a meditation in class, and like some water and a snack, which I didn't really eat during class. Okay, so I had to make sure I got those things or whatever and put them in the bag. My fiance helped me to make sure I had everything in the bag and stuff like that. Even helped me with the blanket, getting it in the bag or whatever. So yeah, that bag that you guys see, this bag right here is what I took with me. This is the blanket that I took with me, and luckily this bag was enough to help me. Okay, all right, so let's get into what happened when I got to the class. So I got to the class. It was about 10:10 when I arrived at Cheryl's Herbs, and the store was closed today. It's normally closed today, but the class was being offered there, so I had to go to the door, ring the doorbell that they have there or whatever, and I waited. And then this lady came to the door, and it was a lady with short hair, and she was wearing like a green shirt and like some, I guess, khaki shorts or something. And she looked like she was like maybe in her 40s or something like that. And she came to the door. She opened the door for me, and she said hi. And I said hi. She's like, "You here for the class?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she let me in, and I followed her through the store and into a room that was basically off to the left. Okay, this room was their library. It's where they have their books and stuff like that, and it's like a sitting area. They got some couches and chairs and stuff in the room or whatever. Pretty large room and stuff like that or whatever. And so I walked in, and what I want to say before I continue is that the lady with the short hair, I thought she was the teacher because she came to the door, but she wasn't the teacher. She was just another student in the class. Okay. So when I walked in the room and I seen the lady sitting at the front, I was a little confused. But then, as I saw the lady sit down, and then the lady sitting, and everyone basically was sitting like on this side or whatever. People at the couches and a couple people in chairs and stuff like that. And I saw the lady that everybody was kind of gathered around, that I realized she was the teacher. So she was my teacher, Kathy. Kathy is an older lady. She has like black hair. And she's a mixed lady of some different type. a lady, I believe. I'm not sure what her origin or whatever is, or whatever. But she's a nice lady. That's what I can say about Kathy. So, Kathy, I think Kathy's maybe in her 50s or so. And she had black hair, and she is, I believe she's a mixture of being like white and something else. Um, and she was older lady, as I said. And as I was walking, and I got to where she was, or whatever, because it's like she's sitting here, and then everybody's like around this way, okay? All right, so as I was walking towards her, I got to her, and then she held out her hand. And then what happened is she had her hand out, and I touched her hand, okay? So basically, she had her hand out, and I touched it, okay? And she touched my hand, okay? And I touched her hand. Now, when you're somebody and you're in Reiki, it's very natural for you to go and touch another person's hand or whatever. Sometimes it's likely to hug when it comes to Reiki if you've been through a few attunements or whatever. So I held out my hand to her because, and I guess it's basically to welcome me. But it's also, I think, because she wanted to feel my, feel my energy, because I'm new to her and stuff like that. So she, I guess, to bring a connection together or whatever and stuff. So he reached her hand out, and I touched her hand, and our hands, together, okay? Or, damn, I'm really crazy with this. But I basically took hold of her hand. She had her hand out like this. I took hold of her hand, and we held hands for like a minute. Or actually, not a minute. It was like 10 or 20. It was like 10 seconds. It's like, hi, Michelle. And I'm like, hi. And our hands kind of met, And she's a Reiki master. So I didn't feel her, feel anything about her energy or anything like that from touching. But I think she felt things about my energy or whatever and stuff. And she knew I was Michelle. I guess she recognized my voice or whatever and stuff. So she said, well, I can sit anywhere. So I ended up sitting on a couch next to this girl that was like Asian. But she was a little bit darker skinned. And she was younger, I think she was probably older than me or whatever and stuff. And like maybe a few years older than, like maybe a couple or maybe 3 years older. I don't know the lady's age. But she seemed younger, and stuff like that or whatever. So, and she seemed more open. A lot of these women seem to know each other, and the teacher seemed to know them, but she didn't know me. And I didn't know these women. This is kind of my first time, but a lot of the other women seemed to know each other. In the class, there were more white women in the class than, basically there was more white women in the class. So I would say there was, I believe it was like 10 of us, so that means there was like, so there's like, I think there's 10 spots. So there was 8 white women. I'm the only black person, and then there is the Asian chick or whatever that was there with me. And of course we had, the teacher too. Okay, the teacher kind of capped the amount of people as to 10, which is why I hurried up and signed up, because I didn't know if any other people was gonna sign up. Okay, so yeah, so I was okay with being the only black girl in the room. That's fine to me, in the spiritual classes I go into, a lot of times I don't see any other black people in these classes, or unless my fiance is there, he's probably the other black person that I see too. So I was okay with being in the room, I was a little nervous being there, because they all seem to know each other and I didn't know them, but that was okay. My teacher kind of started off, and she started us off with this packet that we got here, and this packet here that she gave us. The packet, it says Chakra Summer Series, and it starts off talking about a chakra, and goes all the way to basically goes all the way to like information where we talk about the 7 main chakras, like telling you like starting with the first chakra down to the 7th chakra. Okay, but I'm gonna go through this for you guys and stuff so that you guys know. I don't know if I'm going to cover everything, but I'm going to cover maybe some stuff that you guys didn't know. So first to start with, in this packet here that you guys can see, okay, because there's this first packet I got. So this is a picture of the chakras here for you guys to see. Okay, all right. So starts off, it says Chakra Summer Series, and it has the word chakra at the top. Okay, so it says, what is a chakra and what does it do? Chakras are our energy centers, our vital energy, our life force. Okay, so we have a lot of chakras in our bodies, but we basically really emphasize the 7 main chakras, which a lot of you guys may know already, but I'm going to tell you what those 7 chakras are in a minute. So we know that chakra means wheel. For those of you who didn't know that, you know what chakra means now. And the word chakra, I believe, comes from Sanskrit, okay? And the word chakra is derived from the Sanskrit language meaning wheel, or in Hindi, wheel of spinning energy, okay? It says chakras are like a powerhouse of energy, each one responsible for specific areas of the body, like batteries. They can be recharged when needed, okay? And, you know, she referred to this picture here, okay? All right. So, another way thing that she said, there's going to be a few points that she made herself that I'm going to kind of emphasize. So, let me bring my light back up. So, she said, in order for you to be able to open other chakras, your root chakra has to be open first, okay? You have to keep that root chakra open in order to keep the other ones open, okay? This is the first time that I've ever heard this information ever. Nowhere have I ever heard this on the internet, okay? Alrighty, so next, she told us that we can pronounce the word chakra any way that we want to. It's kind of up to us how we pronounce chakra. And she also emphasized that it's good for us, if we do meditations, to do them outside. And the best time to do them is during sunrise or sunset. Okay? Alright, let's continue on going here. Alright, so I told you that the word chakra comes from Sanskrit. Okay? Alright. So you can say chakra like chakra or chakra. It's up to you. Okay? It's like tomato. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything she said that I thought was pretty crazy? She said once you balance your chakras, work on maintaining them. Okay? And she told us that we should basically work on each chakra by itself, okay? And spend time opening each chakra slowly, because if you rush through trying to open chakras, you're going to miss something and not be able to keep that chakra open, okay? But, you know, one important thing, like I said before, is that you have to open your root chakra first before you can work on opening the other chakras. Now, if your chakras are not open, you'll have like a lot of stagnant energy that may be just stuck in your body, okay? And there's ways to know that your chakras are out of balance or not functioning correctly, okay? Alrighty, so, let's see. Long before prescriptions were being written and pharmacies were doling out pills, Mother Earth was providing a treatment and a cure for what ailed you with the use of herbs, stones, and natural remedies. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Herbs and plants have been used throughout history for treatment and healing. Okay. Through different methods of extraction, essential oils are obtained from the herbs and plants. Okay. Each essential oil contains its own natural chemical constitute. which carries its own therapeutic and magical healing properties. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. I'm not mentioning everything, but I'm mentioning like stuff that that I thought was cool. My packet. She said that Native Americans refer to stones like crystals as stone people. So they put a lot of value into it. They see stones as people. So I thought that was pretty cool that she said that. She said, no matter whether you believe in the power of stones or not, they work. Now, the teacher talked about an instance where on her Facebook, somebody had said that stones and essential oils are against the Bible, when that is complete bullshit, because all throughout the Bible, there's references to oils, you know, like frankincense and myrrh and other oils, and also mentions of people putting stones into armor, like royalty, and before they went out to battle, having shields that had stones in them. Okay, so for those of you who are out there who are saying that essential oils or stones are against the Bible, it's not. It's all through it. Okay, I even I went a little bit, but I told her, I said, well, you know, I know that in the Bible, I read the Bible, and I know that there is mention of essential oils, herbs, stones, everything in the Bible. You know, and everybody in the class agreed with me, and they said, yeah, you know, it's all through the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they agree with me. And I was kind of surprised. I was expecting like a lot of the women in there to be closed-minded or whatever, but they weren't. They said, yeah, you know, hello, there's frankincense in the Bible, you know, and myrrh too, you know. And we even talked about how, you know, of course, how the three wise men or kings found Jesus was through, they said astronomy, but I said astrology, because a long time ago, astrology and astronomy were linked. It was only sometime later that they were separated, okay? Astrology and astronomy is not the same thing, okay? For those of you who do not know. I'm currently reading about astrology and stuff. But, you know, I'm not really comfortable enough that I want to talk about perfectly about astrology and some, like, through the book that I'm reading and stuff. It's a pretty great book that I'm reading. I'll probably talk about it when I make videos on astrology sometime in the future. So, something that I underlined in this packet here, so you guys can see there's words on here. So a couple things I underlined was, let's see, people and animals who are more sensitive to energy and power of stones and the oils will respond more quickly and more intensely to these stones and oils and stuff like that. So some of us are sensitive to this types of stuff. Some of us are not, okay? And it's especially important to know if you are doing Reiki healings on people and stuff like that. Through your practice, you will learn this too. Alright. Stones, just like us and like our chakras, need to be recharged occasionally. So it's important to make sure that you are recharging yourself and stuff. There's different ways that you can recharge your chakras. You can do it through meditations, inside or outside. You could do earthing by putting your feet into like dirt and bury your feet, or you can just walk around barefooted outside. Be careful though, because you don't want to step into any dog poop or anything like that or whatever. And the teacher said, well, you know, she knew that a lot of us may not have yards, especially if we have apartments. So she said, go to a park, but, you know, just watch out and stuff. The people in the class called gumballs in grass poop. That's what they were referring to. So watch out for any poop if you are outside earthing and walking around barefooted and stuff like that. I would say be careful walking and earthing outside. If you know it's really hot outside and stuff, because your feet may not respond well to really hot pavement if it's during the summertime, okay? And if it's during the winter time, you may not want to earth outside because your feet might get freezing cold. So you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to get frostbite, and you don't want to get burnt from the sun during the summer, okay? If you're earthing, okay? So make sure you're walking around when it's a comfortable temperature, okay? All right. So further to move on,